I like ground turkey.
Mm-hmm. And
Interesting.
it's not as good when it's flying, so the ground turkey is better anyway.
All right.
Why?
Hey. Gentlemen, let's play some D&D.
Woo, 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 woo.
So,
Start your engines.
last time we left off, our wonderful little group of adventurers found themselves at the tail end of an arduous combat with a chain devil. After a little brief split with the party, Kaz reunited with them, having gone into the next cart up and saving the already wounded people of the cart within from the horrors that were a couple of imps that decided to break through the windows. After some discussion, Pax decided to hang out and do some meditating while the others traveled through cart by cart to the front, making sure that no more threats were present on the iron crawler. After having gone through and swept through the whole place, they decided to, as they always do, begin to loot goblin. But as they loot goblin, they also wanted to clean the iron crawler, so they began to huck the imps out of the windows as they proceeded back to their cabin, looting them beforehand. They eventually got back, where they spent an evening of downtime until the next day. They had engine trouble, and the iron crawler stalled, and they lost a day's worth of journeying. However, seizing the opportunity, Kaz decided to go on a hunt in the wilderness, followed by Karagar and Silas, as Uthorn decided to stay behind, as it was not his thing, and Odysseus stayed back with him as well to kind of talk amongst the refugees that were still aboard. After some little bit of tracking and some loud stomping by Silas, Kaz was eventually able to find a deer, which he narrowly was able to take down after 2 unsuccessful shots. He barely got him. After which point, he brought the carcass back to Silas and Karagar and proceeded to carve out the heart, and like the priest from the Temple of Doom, ripped out its heart and decided to offer a bite to both Karagar and Silas. To which Karagar, having had prior experience through his mother's side of the family, took part in the ceremony, while Silas begrudgingly kind of socially bullied into it.
Come on,
he got peer pressured into taking a bite of the heart. He took a bite and then proceeded to throw up all over the place. And then, as they walked back, Karagar and Kaz began to eat it like an apple until it was no more, while Silas walked hurriedly in front of them and went to the cart to have a lay down because he was tired. Upon returning, they decided to have a barbecue cookout in which the sounds of Uthorn's makeshift band caught the attention of a lot of the other cart refugees, and they decided to come out and join in the festivities, dancing away, eating some food, and drinking some reserves from the dwarven stockpiles aboard the Iron Crawler. They danced and partied deep into the night, and that is where we left off, as you all are currently in the throes of a hours-long festivity. During this time, Odysseus, you decided to find your congregation, and were last seen kind of talking with them, while the others were kind of doing their own thing, and Karagar was dancing a jig in the midst of the rest of the people, while Kaz manned the fire, and Uthorn played his instruments. And Silas fell asleep once more once he got outside. So, as we come back in, what all would you like to be doing during this part of the festivities?
I don't know. Just partying, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm having the time of my life.
Just hanging around.
All right. Well,
Kaz, Kaz wants to look around and see if anyone is smoking a pipe.
roll a perception check.
Perception. 19.
Yeah, you see especially a few of the dwarves seem to have produced some pipes, and a handful of them are indeed, you can see like smoke rings being puffed out, or other different attempts at other shapes and whatnot that they're trying to kind of show off with. But yeah, there was a handful of pipe smokers.
I'll walk up to a smaller group of dwarves that are smoking and see if I can't bum some pipe weed off them. And I'll pull out a kind of small, thin wooden pipe, or I mean bone pipe.
Excuse me, would you care if I bummed a few leaves off you?
One of the dwarves, white shock of hair, balding crown on the top, kind of long scraggly beard, looks up to you with one eye squinted shut and just kind of looks up and, "Hi, you're the one that gave us that wonderful meal. I don't see why not." And he'll produce 5 leaves of tobacco for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take them, and I want to crawl on top of the cart that we're by, and I want to sit there overlooking the group of people that are outside, and I'll pack the pipe, I'll light it, and the first puff I'll give it over to Kanak, and Kanak will take a long puff of pipe weed, and then I'll finish it off, and I'm just sitting there on top of just leaned back, watching everyone smoking some pipe.
All right. As you kind of look out, at this point in time, it is now deep within the night. The sun is long since set. The stars, you look up above and you see the stars and the different constellations above you looking out. You see the twin moons up there shining brightly. It's a pretty clear night. Roll a perception check for me.
Sick. 15.
15. Yeah, it's you just gazing around. It is a very peaceful night. You can hear the night sounds of owls and the such. You see, looking up into the sky, you see a group, a flock of bats fluttering by. All this mingled with the sounds of merriment and dancing going on beneath you. But otherwise, it is, from what you can tell, a very peaceful night, juxtaposed to the nights you've had before.
Dick?
As Kaz sits up there, Odysseus, you've noticed your congregation. They mingle amongst themselves mostly, talking kind of Undarin and other things that fall into that realm. So their conversations are more towards themselves. You noticed them at one point, and you went over and kind of to go meet them or greet them, and you notice something different with your congregation.
Oh.
You it's quite easy to see. You notice that Bolden isn't with the group.
Is I don't have my notebook out. The girl. I can't think of the other girl.
Hilda.
Hilda, yes. Is she with the group?
Yeah. It seems
okay.
everybody that would typically be accounted for is there, besides Bolden.
Okay. I'll Odysseus is kind of keeping one eye on the party because he plans to hand out water at the end of the night so that everybody goes home hydrated.
Good, good,
and
good,
is not
good.
hungover.
Just a good host right there. Huh?
Baby back.
But he is his eyes. I am gonna kind of wander over to Hilga, and I'll ask, Hilga, have you seen Bolden anywhere? That's not my voice at all. I'll find it. I haven't done my vocal warm-ups.
She kind of looks at you and, oh, Lord Odysseus, it's good to see you well. Bolden, I saw him walk down by the river. He seemed to be deep in thought, perplexed. Always talking on about the Lord Undarin and his many gifts, but he seemed kind of distant tonight. He walked off that way, and she kind of points a finger towards the river, kind of downstream a little ways. I'm not sure. He's been gone a little while, but I'm sure with him being so close to the water, Undarin's watching very closely over him.
Yes, that is the safest place for him to be. But the events of these days have been troubling upon all of our minds. Sometimes those among us who appear the strongest are the ones struggling the most. Perhaps I will go check on him. Please, you know some of my other compatriots, Uthorn, Karagar, Kaz. Do you know of them?
I do recall you were with those others.
All right,
Journey
stop
with them.
talking. You're not understanding.
Oh, no.
Odysseus will point at Uthor and Karagor and Kaz in the crowd. If I'm not back in 20 minutes or so, tell them where I went, please.
Oh, I understand now. Thank you.
Yes.
Will do, my lord.
Fucking bitch.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hell,
I'm sorry. What was that?
You are chosen. Hilga.
Oh, it's Hilda.
It was.
oh my God.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Yeah, clearly.
Ooh. That was good. Who said that?
We'll say that was old. We'll say it was the old. There's an old man in your congregation who just kind of like mutters under his breath.
I am sorry, Hilda. This has been a taxing day. You are in charge, though. Do not mind my attitude.
All is forgiven, my lord. I will see to it that if you shan't return with due haste, I will send your companions your direction.
Odysseus will just nod and I'll start heading that way, meandering down the river. We're stopped, right? I was not here last session.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Currently, the iron crawler is being repaired as there was some engine troubles, so it is stopped for the day. But Odysseus, as you kind of follow the direction that a seemingly not sober Hilda was trying to convey.
Get to the point. Oh god.
She you follow the general direction of where she pointed and kind of going downstream after a couple of minutes.
Can Odysseus take this opportunity to get in the river and kind of like silently swim?
Yeah.
He hasn't been in the water in some time.
Yeah, as you step into the stream, you feel the cold glacier water of the river flow over your calves, and as you kind of wade deeper in, it goes about up to your thighs at this point. It's not a terribly deep river, but
It's just like it's fresh from the Brita.
It flows swiftly enough, and you do feel a sense of familiarity and closeness, a closer feeling to your god, and kind of just you feel more like you're in your element stepping into this water.
I want to say hi to all the fish as I swim by.
Hi, fishy.
Just like that.
Oh my gosh.
You swear you see some of them kind of nod as a fish would nod as you go by. Their whole body just kind of tilts forward a little bit. But you are you trying to do this quietly, or are you just kind of?
Oh yeah. No one can sense me when I'm underwater. I'm resistant to noise damage.
Roll a stealth check.
Resistant to noise damage. What?
Hell yeah, that's a 4 for a total of 9.
Woo! Well, you get back into the water,
ladies and gentlemen. I am back.
After days of being out of the water. You get back into it, and you just kind of thinking. You kind of get lost in the feeling of being back in the water. And you just kind of splash into it, and you're just kind of waving at the fish, kind of splashing your arms as you wave. It's not as quiet as you probably think you would be, but
I feel like I'm totally submerged, but it's so shallow that my fins are sticking straight up like sharks. Yes, four red ones.
You feel like you're deep within the oceans of Terus, but in reality, you're wading through a kiddie pool level of water.
When you're laying, you're like slightly floating, but you're just like pushing yourself along with your hands.
Yes, you're doing the walk as you kind of with your hands as you kind of go.
There are no fish. It's just the dead imps that we threw in there yesterday.
I thought we threw those out as we were traveling, so we.
They've reached downstream.
That logic makes no sense, and it's great. But yeah, after a couple of minutes of you wading through the water, You have dark vision, so you won't have too much trouble.
Yeah.
You see,
And resistance to cold.
so yeah, you feel pretty good in this water at this point. You're feeling refreshed. It woke you up as well. But after a couple of minutes of wading into the water, going downstream, you do catch sight of a silhouette, just kind of looking down at the water, not just motionless, kind of just looking down, not really moving.
Oh God, not again. Please be alive. I think I'll just kind of swim up close to him and slowly come up from the water like Swamp Thing, head first. Shoulders. And say,
Knees and toes.
and what brings you here tonight, Bolden? Trying not to startle him, really trying really hard.
You don't get a response directly, but you can see now that you're closer. He seems to be just kind of entranced, looking into the water and kind of mumbling under his breath.
Odysseus not really sensing anything wrong. This isn't super unusual. He's interpreting this as maybe praying into the water, so I'm gonna kind of slowly swim up and sit right next to him on the shore.
He seems to pay you no mind as he continues head down, kind of just looking blank stare into the water, muttering. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Nice. So another 4 for a total of 7.
Even with your wow, even with
When the DM says "Wow,"
trying to give some details here, and bros roll like shit.
Yeah.
Even with your ability to see well within the dark, it's the shadows kind of the night just kind of obscure most of his features. But since you're relatively close to him, you can start kind of hearing the mutterings under his breath as patron of the deep. I hear your voice. I will come to you. I will serve you.
Not unusual, but very weird. I'm going to... Odysseus is going to look at the water that Bolton's looking into and sort of stare at it and maybe reach his hand in and just sort of touch it and see if he can channel anything as to what Bolton is speaking with.
Roll a religion check.
Oh God. Oh. All right, it's a 13. It's a step in the right direction.
You place your hand into the water, kind of trying to channel some type of divination from the flow, and when you place your hand in there, it feels almost like normal, but there seems to be something, some weirdness to it. But for the most part, it feels like normal flowing water. You glean that maybe just given the circumstance that the weirdness that you're feeling might just be kind of your own nerves and what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find something different. But yeah, you don't really get much.
Odysseus is going to sort of put his head in front of Bolden. He'll say, Bolden, we serve the Lord of the Deep, but we do not succumb to power such as this. Speak to me. What is overcoming you?
All right. Now that you are up in his face, you see now that his eyes. Firstly, you see his eyes. They are a milky white. No pupil, no iris.
He's never done that before.
They are pure milky white. And as your focus kind of zooms out on your eyes, kind of, and you kind of take a look at the broader picture of his face.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice that his skin resembles that more of fish scales around his cheeks and his forehead.
Okay.
And his skin itself is like a sickly blue, like someone deprived of oxygen.
Okay,
not quite like Karragar. Karragar's looks like more of a natural blue. This looks more of like a oxygen deprived person.
Okay. Upon seeing this, Odysseus kicks into medical mode, so to speak. He goes, Wilden, I think you are unwell. I think you have caught something amongst our travels. And I will put, he'll put the back of his palm to Bolden's forehead, but this is definitely like almost the equivalent of a monk unarmed strike, where I'm going to forcefully shovel him over his back, so he's lying prone.
The moment you touch him, he snaps. The moment your hand touches his forehead, he snaps out at you, and with a growl that sounds more like a beast than the man that you had talked to many, many times before. He says, "The Deep Mother must be fed," and he is going to. You're forcefully trying to push him down?
Yeah.
I would say
maybe transitioning to a grapple at this point.
I would say, since you were going with that force, the force of that, I would say make a it's going to be a contested strength check.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it. Not a saving throw. I got a 14.
He rolled a 15.
Bro.
So as you try to...
Well, I'm not very strong, so...
As you try to do this, as you try to force him back onto his back, he slaps you away, or slaps your hand away, yells this at you, and begins to start to lunge at you. I need you to roll initiative.
Uh-oh. The cat totally knocked over the palm plant behind there, so I had to throw him out. I'll fix that later. Beautiful timing. Initiative, you said?
Yep. Let me see here.
Oh, God. That's a 23.
Hey!
And I rolled a nat 20 on initiative.
There you go.
God, what did he say? I need to write that down. Mother.
Add you two to the encounter.
Did we rest?
You did.
Okay.
We did get a long rest. Yep.
Epic. Okay.
All right. You are up first. You rolled an
Okay.
11.
Okay. So Odysseus sees that this is not something he's going to be able to talk his way out of. Something is seriously wrong with Bolden. So he's going to attempt pure unarmed strikes to try to knock this guy out.
Mhm.
So the first one's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then I will roll in a second because I'm just going to expend a focus point and do Flurry of Blows as my bonus action to make 2 more unarmed strikes. So the second one would be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And the third one will be a nat 20.
There you go.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm doing Odysseus is doing the Hulkbuster scene from the second Avengers movie where he's just pummeling this guy in the face, going, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." So only one of those. Okay, so I'm gonna do the 2 that are not crits. So one is 8
Okay.
bludgeoning damage. Second is 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I forgot how to do advantage. Crit. Roll as crit damage.
You're just doubling everything. You're
Okay.
doubling your dice. Sorry, not your
So I
modifier, but
roll-
your dice.
Gotcha. Then the crit is 11 bludgeoning damage.
11. You just pop, pop, pop. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And it, like a speed bag, his head just like knocks back 3 times. And he like wobbles, but remains standing. Still, it kind of shakes his head and snarls once again at you. Is there anything else?
Come to your senses, Bolden. This is not you. But Odysseus will bring both his fists up in a defensive stance and end his turn.
Okay. So next will be Bolden.
I'm going to
need this-
redirect the heck out of this attack.
Bro's not even gonna have a chance. Alright, he's going to use other options. He is going to
Cast Fireball.
he's going to attempt to bite you.
Oh, my.
You say
It's my
bite him?
weakness.
Why are you so weak to being bit?
That is a 22 to hit.
Good God, that hits.
Alright.
Is this bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage?
This is piercing damage.
Okay, I will have a chance to deflect.
It
this.
is 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. I will use my reaction
Mhm.
to reduce the damage by 13, and because I reduced it to 0, I can expend another focus point to redirect that attack back at him.
Mhm.
Let me make sure the creature must succeed on a DC 13 Dex saving throw. So I'll grab him by the head and I'm gonna guide it to his own knee, unless he passes this check. That's his second focus point. Oh god, I only have one more, guys.
What was that DC again? 15?
13.
13.
1-3.
He rolled a 7.
All right. I will, as he lunges forward to bite me, I'll manage to grab him by both of his ears and, like, bend him like a folding chair into his own knee for a total of, oh my God, 14
Wow.
of whatever damage he was going to do to himself, piercing.
This is non-lethal, correct?
Yeah, please.
So as you grab his ears with his open mouth, you just kind of back up like, ugh, and grab his ears and just bring it down onto his own knee. His mouth sinks into his knee, but the impact kind of just shocks into his face, and he just kind of bounces back up and then falls backwards. He is unconscious at the moment.
No, I'm sorry, Bolden. I didn't want to do that. You shouldn't startle me like that. And Odysseus is kind of like rubbing his hands. He's very freaked out at the moment.
As he lays there unconscious and combat comes to an end, you stand there for a moment. His body, now that you kind of look at it closer, with the moonlight kind of now glowing over his face and his features, you can see now his face from before was very clearly human. The face you see now is taking on more of an amphibious type of nature. The lips kind of like curl more of like the mouth of a fish. The nose is more pushed in and kind of almost feline-like, as it kind of appears to be more pushing into like just meld into his face. The scales you could kind of see before are now, you can see them more visibly as they kind of shine across his face. His skin indeed does look like it's becoming more scaled. And then as he kind of lays there unconscious, you can see on his neck what appears to be the form of some weird mid-transitional gills. They're not quite fully developed, but it looks like they almost look like just like holes in his where in the sides of his neck, like just like they would be just stab wounds almost. They're not like these fully developed, but you can tell by your nature as somebody from the sea that these are definitely like some weird gill type formation happening.
Under different circumstances, I'd say you were looking better. Fishman power. Odysseus is going to immediately grab the body and start dragging it over to the water. And as I approach the shore, Odysseus is getting in while sort of floating him on his back like you would like swim lessons to a kid, you know, trying to do the back float. And looking at the water, Odysseus will go, I need answers now, Undarin. What is going on? And I'm going to dunk my head underwater while sort of holding the body above my head, above the surface, so he's not drowning, and try and do a very panicked, sloppy meditation and reach out to Undarin with all of my strength, or whatever creature is in the water right now that I can connect with.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me.
Yes. Here we go. That's an 8. 008.
Not bad. 8.
8.
As you submerge yourself under the surface and holding his body above you, You reach out your senses, you push outward, and calling out to Undarin or to whatever power might be listening, you do not hear any return, any sensation back to you. Instead, what you feel is this overwhelming, deep dread, or almost suffocation. It's like you are fathoms deep, and the darkness is just oppressive all around you. And as you focus in and try to push past it, try to reach out, you feel a tug on Bolden's body.
Like a physical tug, or am I feeling something like ethereal?
You feel... Are your eyes open or are they closed?
They are closed. They're closed.
They are closed.
For sure.
You feel, with your eyes closed, you feel as if something is physically like pulling on his form.
Odysseus, so entranced in this and with so much concern for Bolden, this feeling immediately breaks his meditation, and he flings himself to the surface, gripping onto Bolden's body with one hand and his fist all the way up, water swirling around it, ready to punch at whatever is above the surface.
As you pop up out of the water, holding tightly onto Bolden, you look around, expecting to see something's in the water, something around you, trying to pull him away from you. Yet as you look, you see nothing. There's nothing in the water. There's nothing around you. Make a perception check.
Perception. Good God. It's my third 4 of the night for a total of 7. Good God.
The dice tell a story.
Yep.
You can't see what it is, but there seems to be something. Whether it is invisible, whether it is something supernatural, something is pulling on him. And as you kind of play this little tug of war, it takes you a couple of moments, but then you realize there's no physical thing pulling him. The water itself is pulling him. And as you kind of look, you see that this river it flowed at a decent pace before. The flow has started to ramp up, not behind you, but right in front of you, as it converges onto Bolden's body. It appears that the water itself is trying to pull Bolden away from you.
No, this is not right. You will not have him. And Odysseus is going to attempt to pull and get him out of the water, the both of us.
Go ahead. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You plant your feet and you heave backwards, keeping Bolden in your grip. You're holding on, and your grip is certain for right now. But you yourself, you feel no give. When you pulled back, even with the strength you were able to muster, when you pulled, trying to free Bolden from the grip of the water, it did not budge. You remain where you're standing. You did not get taken off of your feet and dragged with him.
Mm-hmm. But he's in there. He got sucked in.
He's
Or do I
still
still
in
have
your
him?
he is still in your
Okay.
grip, but he is not. He is still being pulled, and you have not been able. You weren't able to free him from the water.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Damn. I have a spell called Gust of Wind I was going to try, but it specifically tells you everything it disperses, and water is not one of them. So that would be fudging the rules a bit. 10 feet wide blast in a direction you choose. 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Okay. All right. Okay. Hear me out, DM. Hear me out, DM. Okay.
Yep.
This is a Triton first level spell called Gust of Wind. And it says it does take concentration, which might be tough, but it says a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction that you choose. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. So, in a moment of panic and knowing that my companions, if Hilda does her damn job, my companion should be coming at some point. Could I gust of wind in the direction of the shore with Bolden's body in it, who would automatically fail the strength saving throw and be sent 15 feet toward shore, and then let myself get sucked into this whirlpool?
Let's see. Let me see the mechanics here. I would.
If not, I have a plan B. If you don't, like
I would say he would fail technically,
Mm-hmm.
but it would also it would be going against the hold of the water that's currently holding him. So the water would probably make a save to release him.
Mm-hmm.
In this instance. So it's a strength save.
Let's see. Yes, must succeed on a strength saving throw. And I actually don't know what my saving throw would be. Eight plus the modifier. So it'd be 13, a DC 13.
DC 13. Okay. It rolled a natural 12 with a +5, so a 17.
Go.
So, are you casting this?
Yeah. To test the DC, I would have had to. So.
Yep. So, you cast this, and Bolden himself, his arms kind of flop in the wind as you do this, but the water itself that is pulling him like about at his waist does not does not yield to the winds. It continues to hold him.
Okay. Do I have one more action?
I would say you
Or how-
you would have one more action to decide what you can do. If you want to continue holding on to him, you're gonna have to make another save to see if you stay planted on your feet. But it's up to you. What you'd like to try to do.
Yep. Odysseus, after that doesn't work, after he summons a massive blast of air that doesn't even move him, he'll kind of look at Bolden as he's holding on with everything he has, and he thinks to himself, when I drown someone, I am with them till the end. If it's Undarin who calls for you, he will call for us both. And I will do I have a cantrip from one of my backgrounds called, it is called Shape Water.
Mm-hmm.
I can do a number of things. What I'm going to do the second option. It says you can cause water to form into simple shapes and animate at your direction. This change lasts for an hour. And I'm going to make water point like a big arrow at this whirlpool that you can see from the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And Odysseus will grab onto Bolden and stop planting his feet and get sucked wherever he's going with this arrow pointing in their direction for his party to find if they come look for it within the next hour. It says this change lasts for 1 hour.
Okay. As you embrace the pull of the current, you and Bolden are both pulled forward, your grip still remaining on him. You are splashed headlong into the water. As it carries you forward, you holding on to Bolden, going through the waters. It is a violent pull. You take You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are bashed across multiple rocks. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Bro does not want to give up.
Not letting go.
Surrender.
Your grip remains strong. As you are swept further and further downstream, the current.
It's like a scene from Invincible. Odysseus is just bloody, getting smacked across the face and arms with rocks.
As you continue to be battered and pulled, but not letting go, within the water rushing past you, you see Bolden's face within the depths. Now he is fully submerged, but you see his head snaps back to you, eyes open.
Reality.
And
Whoop.
though
Spaghetti.
Though his mouth moves, and this is underwater, you hear it in your mind. This guttural, deep voice that says to you, "You may not reclaim what you have already given."
I have given nothing to you. I have heard the voice of the Lord, and it is not this. And Odysseus will tighten his grip.
All right. You're going to continue holding on?
Mm-hmm.
Hold me now.
You will...
I'm 6 feet deep.
Underwater.
You'll take an additional 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Chocolate rain.
If you want me to let go, You're gonna have to kill me.
Make another strength save.
Yeah. Well, I did it right time. I'm writing stuff down. Hold on. Drink, saving throw. Let's go. He gone. That is 7.
Yes. So you keep your resolve firm even with this voice in your head exclaiming these words to you. You hold on, and as you continue holding, you grip tighter onto his collar, not wanting to yield your grip until finally you come to a point in the river and a large rock jutting up from the bottom. Bolden's body kind of unnaturally goes around it, like the current carries him around it, avoiding him. You, however, get slammed into it full force as the impact and the shock and the pull from the water yanks him free of your grip as he is carried downstream in the current. After a second, you gather yourself standing up in the water. The water at this point is about waist deep, and you notice that the flow of the water has once again resided back into its normal flow state as it was before.
Odysseus, sitting there in this waist-high water, his robes are now torn. There's big black welts all over his body, and he's bleeding out of all of his appendages, and has just felt a force unlike anything he has ever felt. His life has always been happy. There's always been a happiness with the water and the things he's felt there and what he's done to people, and feeling like those words that were just spoken to him about reclaiming what has been given ringing in his ears. He's going to go over to shore and just pass out. I think.
All right.
Hopefully you hear the train whistles.
As you drag yourself onto the shore and allowed the battering, the wounds, the pain of the wounds, the exhaustion of the struggle to overtake you, kind of drift off into the darkness. As it happens, we are going to shift focus to the rest of the group. Kaz, Karagar, and Uthorn.
I'm here. I'm going to take care of this plant, but I will be right. If you need me, I will be right. I will be there.
Okay.
Gotcha. You three are still back at the Iron Crawler. Kaz, you were up on top of the Iron Crawler smoking your pipe. Karagar still dancing, and Uthorn still playing your instruments. As you all are doing your own thing, Kaz, make a perception check for me.
Okay, perception. Ooh, it's an 8.
Okay. You don't really make out who it is, but you do see that there is somebody that has come from one of the corners of the partying area. You see them kind of making their way over to Karagar's direction. You can't really make out who. Yeah, you just see somebody kind of moving through the crowd towards him. As this happens, you see as this individual goes up to Karagar and places and kind of taps him on the shoulder. Karagar, you feel this tap on your right shoulder. As you look down, you see a middle-aged woman with sandy blonde hair, kind of in a messy top bun, looking up at you. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hi. Oh. Character's gonna realize what he's been doing for half an hour and get really embarrassed.
I do not mean to disrupt your festivities, but
did I step on somebody's foot? I'm sorry.
No, nothing quite like that. You are friends with Master Odysseus, are you not?
Yeah.
I thought so. I was told that if he were not to return in a prompt manner, that I was to send for you to go after him. And as such, I fear he has not yet returned from what he was aiming to do.
Oh no. Why is it always the zealots? Did he say what he was doing at least?
He was going to look after one of our own, Bolden. He was going to check on him. Bolden had gone down by the river to, I'm not sure what, but he seemed distant and in deep thought. It was a bit strange, but we thought little of it. After all, he was Lord Odysseus's chosen disciple. But
oh, brother.
I'm beginning to worry that neither of them have returned.
Well, I guess thanks for saying something. Did he just say to find me or anybody else?
He said to find his companions that he was traveling with and to inform you.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll start making my way toward the river. Maybe you can find the other guys. I think they're just around for the party. I'll take short steps. I have long legs. Just tell them to catch up.
I shall do that, sir, at once. As
what's your name?
Hilda. My name is Hilda.
Okay. Well, see who you can find, Hilda.
I shall at once, sir. And as you say this, Karagar, and begin to walk off towards the river, Kaz, you clock this. You see this interaction happen, and you see Karagar begin. You see her kind of pointing and gesturing, and now you see Karagar walking off towards the river. Uthorn, go ahead and make a perception check for me as well.
Yes, sir! Unlike you guys, I have a +8 for a 27.
Holy shit. Yeah, you saw this whole thing happen. While you were playing, with your practiced expertise, even when you are deep within the music, you can still multitask. Your mind can split between the melody you are playing and your surroundings, just so it helps you to get the feel of the vibe of your crowd and the sense of whether you're doing a good job or a bad job in your performance. And this kind of helps you in this moment in seeing that you saw Karagar and this woman whom you've seen before. You've seen Odysseus talk to a group of people, this woman included, beforehand. They were part of the group that he was talking to at the encampment at Ashmarsh. And you see Karagar and her exchanging words and her gesturing, pointing towards the river, and then Karagar walking off towards that direction. So you both clock this.
I'm going to, as I'm playing, look around, see Kaz, and I'll kind of like...
You see Kaz's feet, like, dangling off the iron crawler, kind of flutter kicking.
They're barefoot.
As we're playing, Get them
dogs out.
I have my harp, and I kind of shift it so it's only I can kind of hold it on my hip and play with one hand. And I'm going to kind of signal Kaz, and I'm just gonna like point over at Karagar, and see what Kaz is doing. Like, like, hey, he's leaving. What's going on?
The music, it kind of shifts because you go from two hands. This was not. It kind of. So I do notice, and I look down at you, and I just shrug and like wave and like. He's either going to take a piss. At least I think he's going to take a piss, or he maybe found himself a little suitor. And
Uther will just...
so I just am like, wave it off. Like we talk to people all the time. That he's probably going to take a piss or meet this lady out in the woods. I don't know. I don't care.
I'll just I'll shrug my shoulders and go back to playing.
All right.
As I do, we'll play for a little bit longer. And then my fingers they're starting to get a little tired. Plucking on those metal string or those strings kind of starts
Fucking
wearing
on
on your
chili
fingers.
dogs.
So I'm
Do
gonna.
you think
I'm-
Odysseus actually pees, or does he just dump a jar of water into the toilet?
So I'm Uthorn's gonna get the band to continue playing. He's gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. And he
There's a band.
well, yeah, the group of people I got together to start playing music, quote unquote. And as they continue, I'm going to just make my way and sit up, climb up top and
It's a
sit.
bunch of fourth graders with 3/4.
I'm gonna make my way up there and kind of just settle myself down next to Kaz.
The shitty recorder Titanic song plays. All right, as you both see Karagar wander off towards the river, just kind of clocking it as okay. He might be.
You sit down and yeah, I guess we see him wandering off into the dark towards the river. I'll hand you like gesture that you can take. I'll hand you the pipe. See if you want any.
Uthorn will take it and he'll get a couple puffs at it and he'll hand it back over.
I suppose you're not that bad at plucking those strings on that instrument.
Trust me, it wasn't always that way. Takes a long time. The harp, I feel, is one of the harder ones to figure out. And it took me quite a while. And I'll reach back and I'll pull out my little pan flute and be like, this is actually one of the first instruments I learned. This one was given to me by my mother, actually. And she had gotten it from her mother, and I don't know how far back, but family heirloom. But yeah, I don't know. Music just was something I was always interested in with my family and whatnot. So put a little bit of time and effort into it.
You see, Kaz is kind of like drifted off. Like he's kind of paying attention, but not super much.
yeah. But what about you? I know you lost many of your friends and crew, but certainly you still have family out there, correct?
That is correct. Once we get to the Dwarven capital, I can get this Lavar stone fixed. I will travel home to the desert, my tribe. They'll be waiting for me. I need to take Ash back as well.
What can you tell me of your crew? What are your fondest memories?
Well, we spent many years finding treasures and trinkets. Enough to fill our bellies, that is. They were a good lot. Proud, strong. Their loss will be Great. For the tribe.
I'm certain it may not be much to you, but if it would help, I would love to create a little ballad about you and your crew. It has always been my belief that nobody's truly forgone as long as memories of them are somewhere. And music's one of the things that I find are easiest to keep memories. People pick up on songs, they're passed down from generation to generation. I would love to help you remember your crew. That's if you want to. I don't want to step on any toes. We all grieve differently. But
Most orcs do not partake in song. We have our chance to remember the old ones, the forgotten. But those are said by the elders.
I understand. Certainly. But if you ever wish to take me up on my offer, I'd more than happy to help. I mean, you certainly have helped us quite enough. If you need anything, please just don't hesitate to ask. I would love to hear more of what kind of treasures or tombs or things you found on your travels. I'm certain you've seen much more of the world than I have. This is kind of the first time I've really gotten out. I haven't done much adventuring, as you would say. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
Perhaps one day I'll share with you some of the adventures in the tombs. Did you get venison fresh off the fire?
I got a little, yes. I appreciate you going out there. It's
Good.
real skill.
Every orc learns to hunt.
Of course. Just one of those things that you don't really pick up on in the cities. I do appreciate it though. And it seems I've overstayed my welcome a little bit. I'll go ahead and let you return to your night. And please enjoy the music. If you have anything specific in mind, we could try. It wouldn't be great, but we can definitely try. And Uthorn will kind of shimmy away, crawl down, and go back to playing his instrument. The band kind of started to get in a little off tune or a little offbeat. They're doing each person wasn't really keeping rhythm, and Uthorn will step back in to help them all catch back up and get the tune, quote unquote, a little better and a little more on track.
All right. As you two have these words and depart afterwards, Uthorn, you going back to join your band. In the meantime, Karagar, you wander off towards the river where Hilda told you where Odysseus had potentially gone. You go down to the riverside and walk for some ways.
I want to pull Kelp out of my pack at some point and be like, come on, Kelp, you're supposed to keep me from embarrassing myself. And now everybody had that crawler's gonna think I'm some dancing fool. I'm holding him in
He-
my hand, and he's just gonna look up and shrug
kinda-
his claws.
Yeah, you kind of see his little eyes. They kind of blink once, blink twice, and then
It's not your fault.
he'll reach out and like a claw, and he kind of reaches towards your face.
If I wasn't afraid of stepping on you, you should have been dancing. Little feller, and I'll put him back in my pack.
Yep, and he'll clank a couple more times and curl up into the bag. As you walk along the riverbank, you walk for a few minutes, and then you catch sight of a pretty visible, what appears to be happened was like a scuffle that happened. The earth, the mud is churned up. There is what you can see as blood on the ground. As you've kind of just walked the riverbank, you stumble onto this.
Oh no!
You could tell it was totally a one-sided scuffle. What the other guy didn't even get hurt. You could tell whoever it was.
I will immediately just start investigating, looking for people.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
23.
23. Yeah, you see that through this scuffle, it looks like, looking further up onto land, you see undisturbed land, like around the area. It doesn't look like the fight took place further up inland. It looks more like it centered on this spot, and with that high of a roll, you could glean that whatever happened ended up going into the river. And taking a quick look at the other side, at the far side of this river, it's not very wide. You look over on the other side and you don't see any other signs of struggling or thrashing about. So you venture to guess to say that whatever happened took place here and then perhaps ended up going into the river.
I will just follow it downstream.
You follow down.
Actually, it's nighttime, right?
It is.
Is it like pitch black outside?
Not pitch black. It is a clear sky. The stars are out, and the twin moons are high in the sky. They're not full, but they are about 3/4 full. But they shine a pretty bright light. So it's dim. Like if you look out into the fields around you, you can see the vague outline of things. If you're familiar with that like form of night when the full moon is out, how you can kind of see far into the distance. It's just very low light. That's about what it's like here. But does Karagar have dark vision?
I believe
I'm sure he's been on enough nighttime midnight walks to know what you're
I
talking
actually
about.
don't-
DM.
You don't. So yeah, that would be about how you see things. So with the 23, you were just able to kind of make that stuff out that you've seen so far.
Okay.
But you're
If
you're
it
basically
hasn't
going.
been
You're going by.
it hasn't been
moonlight,
an hour,
basically.
my cantrip's still up. Sorry.
No, it wouldn't have been an hour at this point. I would say it's probably been
25 minutes.
yeah, roughly.
So there is still an animated arrow pointing downriver made out of water.
Yep. So
Oh.
Yeah, so I get you would have seen that. Oh, yeah, you would have seen that with the 23 investigations. Yeah, you would have seen this water arrow pointing in a direction.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna cast color spray in a 70-foot cone above my head
Okay.
to hopefully get the attention of somebody back at the crawler. Just do what I always do. I'll have Kelp hand me a pinch of beach sand, then I'll rub it in my hands and clap it above my head. I have a big bright flash.
Yeah. As you clap your hands, it shoot this rainbow prism-like flare shoots up and sprays out above you like a firework. And
SOS.
Kaz, go ahead and make a perception check.
Deal. Oh, that's an 8. I'm looking up at the stars right now.
Yeah, you. Kaz is.
I'm leaned back. My legs are dangling. I'm leaned back, like, hands behind my head, just looking up at the stars.
Kaz is just stargazing at the moment. Not even
Dude,
looking that direction.
Curled up on my like torso, just curled up, sleeping, and I'm just looking up at the stars.
You can hear the tiny snores of Connect.
It's because I was chilling, and then Uthorn came up and was like, "Hey, how about your dead crew? That was neat." And I was like, "Cool, man." So now I'm just looking up at the stars, thinking of all my dead crew that I spent years with. That was cool. Thanks, dude. I was having a good time. And then you're like, "Hey, remember all your dead friends? Yeah, that was neat."
Wow. Okay. Hate a guy for trying to cheer you up.
I was smoking some pipe, had a full belly, listening to good music, and all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, remember your dead friends?"
Oh man, he's just trying to be
so-
friendly.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny to say it like that.
Kaz is now kind of in a PTSD contemplative state thanks to Uthorn's reminders of the horrors of the past 5 days. So he does not
And
see
counting.
he does not see the color spray flare. I would say, Uthorn, since you are also kind of looking out towards that direction, the way your band is facing, I would say go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Yes, sir. You want to know? Oh my gosh.
Did the meat dice roll bad?
No. DM, remember last time I made that perception check and I was like, I have a +8. I rolled a performance check.
Ah, well,
I have a +1 to perception.
okay. Wonderful.
13.
A
13.
13. I would say, yeah, you, as you're playing, this time you're kind of more zoned into the music, kind of zoned out to everything else around you, so you're kind of just focusing on what you're doing, but you happen to glance up and you do see in the distance towards the direction where Karragar had been walking towards, a bit further down, you do see what appears to be some type of colorful light kind of shoot into the sky.
Okay.
And then kind of like cascade down in sparks.
All right. Yeah, I'll excuse myself from the group and I'll start heading that way.
You walk past Silas, who is passed out on the ground.
I'll look down, I'll just kind of step around him, leave him going, and just keep going.
You hear, "No, Kaz, I do not want that heart you're trying to feed me."
Well, I may have bitten off more than I can
I can
chew.
shoot.
Good.
Yeah, I'll head the direction of the color spray.
Okay. Kaz once again is looking upward, so he is not seeing Uthorn walk off.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Right.
Uthorn, you wander off following towards where that light came from in the sky, and eventually you come across I would say about 5 minutes later you come across Karagar, and he's kind of standing there, and above the water you also see like this weird arrow pointing downstream, just kind of floating there.
Karagar, what's this?
Thank
What's
God
going
somebody
on?
showed up. That lady said she was looking for you guys. I guess she couldn't find you. I don't know. Odysseus came walking out here, and there's been some kind of struggle. I
Okay.
figured I'd wait for help because if there's something mean out here, I'm not got much.
Clearly a one-sided struggle.
Well, certainly, he's got to be around here. Okay.
I'm looking for some fool off the train who left off by himself. I don't know what happened, but I just thought I probably shouldn't be walking around by myself.
Yeah, no problem. All right. I think I can do something. DM, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts, and I'm going to use the Sense Thoughts. You sense the presence of thoughts within 30 feet of yourself that belong to creatures that know languages or are telepathic. You don't read the thoughts, but you know that a creature or that a thinking creature is present. The spell is blocked by 1 foot of stone, dirt, or wood, 1 inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead. So I'm going to cast this spell and start just kind of walking around and searching for Odysseus.
Downstream, my man. I think whatever happened, they got to be this way.
Yeah, of course. But let's go. I'll keep trying to see if I can't find him.
Yeah.
If you could hear Kelp's thoughts, you would hear nothing but the crab rave music.
That is indeed what you hear. For right now, you hear the present thoughts of Karagar, and you sense the thoughts of him, and you sense the thoughts of the small crab that is Kelp within his bag.
All right. Okay.
As you sense this out, and like a sonar wave, it just goes boom, and as you keep walking down, it kind of just pings, and then after about another 5 minutes of walking, you see laying on the ground unconscious the form of Odysseus.
Odysseus, and Uthorn will kind of sprint forward.
Shit.
Since I don't have I have dark vision.
Yes.
I am going
Looking
to
at him, you
immediately cast Healing Word on him.
Yes, looking at him, you see that he is covered in bruises and like big cuts, as if he's been like dragged across something.
You take
Barbed wire.
10 points of healing if you were hurt, Odysseus.
He did a double crunch butt flip onto barbed wire in the refrigerator.
Oh man.
Oh golly.
That's a deep cut.
From
Shout out to that guy.
Oh my gosh.
I did pass out because I was at 6 HP, so I will take that healing if that's
Dope.
up for grabs.
Yes.
you kind of messed up, my friend.
Really bad, yeah.
Okay,
But how much was it? I'm sorry.
10.
He was
10.
willing to hold
That's
on
nice.
until he went unconscious,
Yeah.
and he about did
It
it.
will. As you cast, Uthor, as you cast that, and the healing magic sort of dissipates onto Odysseus, you'll see his eyes shoot open, and he lets out like a and a geyser, like almost
Yep.
like a comical cartoon, a geyser of water just comes flying out of his throat.
Yep.
Odysseus
Uthor
is
will
the
come
water god.
sprinting over. He grabs you, sits you up, and like slaps your back. Odysseus, are you okay? I didn't think your kind could drown.
I didn't either. And he's kind of like coughing and
Yep.
kind of spitting up water.
I'll give you some. I'll give you the old like thwats on the back.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the gluck gluck.
No, the old thwats on the back. What happened? What happened?
Odysseus just rubbing his forehead. Thank you, Uthorn. I guess we're even now. And as he laughs, he like winces in pain as he laughs and kind of grabs his chest.
Calm. It's fine. I held you to no debt.
I think I've broken every bone in my body.
Well, I doubt that's possible, but what happened?
I wish I knew. Did I ever introduce you all to Bolden?
I mean, you've mentioned him in passing, and I said hello, but I didn't know him very well.
And Odysseus is just kind of looking at his hands right now that are all beat up, as they usually are, because he punches people a lot. But they're extra bruised and bloody. I baptized him in the name of Undarin. I brought the salt into his lungs. He was the first at Ashmarsh. And I followed him to the river. The others said he was acting strange, and he was staring into the water, mumbling to himself. In his body, he looked like he had come down with a disease or a fever that had afflicted him. I need an expert in diseases. Karagar, have you read of diseases that can change your skin and make you grow gills? He was
Gills.
sick.
Karagar's gonna pull a little lamp out of his pack and cast prestidigitation to light it. I'm sorry, Odysseus. I can't see a damn thing.
He was sick with an illness I had never
Sick
seen
with
before.
an illness and growing gills, you say?
There's no other explanation for it.
God?
Roll a
Does that sound like something I saw at the Arcanum? Or the Athenium, I mean.
roll a history check.
A big history.
Mhm.
Big history, 3 big booms.
Maybe
That's
the
a
biggest
20.
history.
The big history.
23.
Nobody has bigger history. I'm sorry.
In your studies of sicknesses and diseases, you've come across a few potential sicknesses that can cause like skin to become rash-like and form a type of scaly texture to them. But you've never heard of any of those sicknesses also producing fish-like qualities in somebody, like a transformation.
Odysseus, I'm sorry, but I have no idea. But are you sure this was an illness? A physical illness? I mean, do we need to get back to the train and quarantine your... What did you call them? Your congregation?
Something like that, yes, but
Concubation.
concubinos. But I don't know, but it gets worse. He became rabid, mad, was not himself. I disarmed him very easily disarmed me. He didn't even land a blow on me. And
He got
I took
blood
him-
dripping down his chin.
Completely bruised and cut.
torn up.
I swear, guys, that's what happened.
I fell. I fell after I beat him up.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
You guys are funny.
Odysseus, I don't mean to, are you sure this is what you saw? It could have been, I don't know, maybe a little too much drink from this evening?
I haven't had a drop tonight. I rarely do. But
Well,
I'm
where did
afraid it
Bo-
gets worse. I took him to the waters to heal. That is what it does. The water heals those who have taken in Undaran into their lungs. It heals and protects those. But I did not feel the Lord of the Depth. I only felt dread, discomfort, as if I myself was drowning, a sensation I've never known. And then we were sucked away. Some current came. I promise you, these still waters raged. And it took all I had to hold back, and I could not do it. I had to let go, but I would not let Bolden go into this alone if it is something I have caused. I cannot let him face this alone, and so I went with him. And the waters seemed to have a mind of its own, and I was bashed against the rocks, and I lost my grip upon him. But not before I heard something in the depths spoke to me. Is it he looks up at you too, and this is Odysseus has been a pretty happy, funny guy, and he looks genuinely afraid right now. Is this something I could have done to him?
For your sake, I hope not. You're not doing much to assuage my concerns about religious fanaticism. And if your congregation turns into the Ironcrawler's condemnation, we're going to have a serious problem. Can you walk?
I can. We must go back. I need to find a holy man. I need to find the others.
As far as I know, you're the only holy man on the train.
But Silas seems to have some connection there. Let's just...
Different gods.
It's been a long night. Let's get Odysseus back to the train. He'll have some time to walk and collect his thoughts. Odysseus, do not blame yourself. This cannot be. It might not be your. It probably isn't your fault.
We need to separate the others.
Karagar's giving you some serious side eye.
There could be something. Whatever happened to Ashmarsh, perhaps it had infected the water ahead of time. I don't know. This is not the work of Undaran, I know that.
Let us go back. Maybe Kaz or Silas have some insight. Or possibly we can find the clerics of the dwarves. They might have some insights as well. But Uthorn will stand up and he'll offer his hand down to Odysseus to help him up.
He will. He'll grab it,
I'll
just like
pull
the
you-
meme.
Yeah.
Fist, super
I'll
jacked.
I'll pull you up.
Dude.
I'll kind of, if you need to, like lean, I'll help you up, but I'm assuming you stand up on your own power.
Yeah, I can stand. I must right this wrong. And I'll look at my robes. And these things got totally destroyed. And I'll just rip them off. And I'm just shirtless.
Just shredded. Just shredded.
God,
Absolutely.
Not super bulky, but super lean.
Yeah.
Just covered in bruises and cuts. Still glistening in the night with an awesome cracking tattoo.
The lamplight from Karagar's lamp just hits it just perfectly, and it gleams.
Oh no, he's
everything.
hot.
And Uthorn will help you along, and he'll kind of elbow Karagar. I understand you have a problem with holy men. Come on, read the room a little.
Karagar just shakes his head. We need to get back. I'll lead the way, I guess. I'll just start walking with the lantern out.
Bro always plays grumpy characters.
Yeah. You're sure Bolden's gone? And you're sure that was Bolden?
Well, he wasn't at the party. And he was here. Something that looked like him, anyway.
Ugh.
I hit my head hard. We must use logic here. Perhaps the water was contaminated by demon semen when I drowned him, perhaps. That could be what it is.
Oh
my
god.
No! Not demon semen! No! No!
It's the naval core of.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's the
We
naval
want
core.
you in the Navy! Demon semen! Oh, man.
Wow.
Perhaps it was corrupted.
Not what you want to hear.
Not what you think.
Oh, no.
But I cannot reach you, Undarin, and that scares me more than what has happened to Bolden.
Odysseus,
Yeah.
make a wisdom save for me.
There's a voice in the back of my head telling me to snap your neck. That's a 5.
Oh my gosh.
Your thoughts are clouded by the events that just transpired. That's it.
I
Uthorn,
can't reach him.
how long does your detect thoughts last?
Let me look. Oh, nope, wrong spell. Lasts for a minute.
Oh, never mind. As you were.
Karagar's just gonna start walking back toward the train.
Uthorn will walk back,
Yeah, I'm going.
letting
with him.
Odysseus walk back, and he'll take a moment to kind of turn around and look at whatever the situation behind him. Is there anything that stands out, DM? Anything special? Anything odd? Out of sorts?
You're looking back at the river?
Yeah. I do have dark vision if you need that information.
Make a perception check.
It's a 3. I see nothing but water, and that's it.
Seems to be a peaceful night. You
And
wouldn't guess
yeah.
that what happened.
I'll turn around and keep going.
All right. As Karagar, you lead the way back to the Iron Crawler with Uthorn in tow, lending a shoulder to Odysseus, limping along, contemplating the very odd and horrifying experience he just had You eventually make your way back to the Iron Crawler, where at this point most of the festivities have died away. The band is still playing, though many of the partygoers have since retired for the night, or many have fallen on the ground, passed out. You see one actually kind of looked like they tripped over Silas and then just kind of stayed there.
Classic.
And then looking up, you see Kaz. Would you still be up there, or would you?
I would be, yeah.
Yeah. So you see Kaz laying atop the Iron Crawler above the party. You return, not really sure what happened, the events that transpired this night, but you hope to find out. And that'll be where we end tonight's session.
Sick.
Nice.
All
Abandon my
right.
child.
I've abandoned
What's
my
18 more
boy.
years? Can always make another kid.
Can always make another disciple.
You remember how you guys were talking about how this was such a happy moment last session?
It was. It was.
Well, you know, all good things must come to an end. And for most of the people, it's still a good time.
Yeah. I mean, just us. And everybody else is fine.
Not having a good time.
I want to go home now.
His whole life has been flipped upside down.
Oh, fuck.
Who knows what fate will bring? You all still will have 3 more days on the Iron Crawler, if it doesn't break down again. At the very least,
True,
you have 3 more days
True.
to
At least
decide.
he's
That one.
I rolled so bad tonight. That's for sure.
Dude, it happens,
rough.
man.
There was some things that Odysseus could have seen had he rolled a little bit better.
No, I like
But-
this better. He's totally in the dark.
Alas,
He
does not
can
know.
he can ignorantly believe there's some demon juice or something going on.
The demon semen infected the water and turned
Demons
bold
infect
and
us again.
fishy.
We'll see.
We will see. But anywho, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It was a fun one. Be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, all that good stuff. Be sure to join our socials, follow us on all of those. Join us on YouTube, subscribe there. We're getting videos posted up so you can watch and catch up with all the fun that we're having here. Next week, as I said last time, but it's actually this time, I will be gone next week. So these fine gentlemen will be taking care of you with whatever shenanigans they decide to get up with, whatever words.
Shenaniganizers.
But it's going to be a lot of fun regardless. I will see if I can't tune in as well when they do it. So thank you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your night and a wonderful rest of your week. And we will see you on the next one.
Bye.